At its peak, Lakewood Church drew more people each week than most American cities see in a year. It had the money, the reach, the influence. So when disaster hit Houston, one question changed everything: why didn't the biggest church in America act like one? The answer doesn't just explain Lakewood's challenges, it reveals the hidden weakness of every faith built on scale. Long before the storms arrived, Lakewood was already something else. This was not a church that grew by accident. Every detail was engineered to maintain the crowds. Parking flowed like a stadium exit. Seats curved perfectly toward the stage. Screens erased distance. Music filled silence before doubt could take root. By definition, a megachurch draws more than 2,000 people weekly. Lakewood drew more than 20 times that. Across America, churches like this followed a shared blueprint. Coffee shops replaced quiet halls, bookstores replaced prayer rooms, services were timed, tested, and refined. Tradition was trimmed. Mystery was softened. The goal was simple: reach people who would never step into an old church. And it worked. Attendance soared. Budgets ballooned. Buildings expanded. But there was a hidden cost. When everything is built for scale, flexibility disappears. Smaller churches can close, pivot, or adapt. An arena cannot. It demands constant crowds, unbroken momentum, and visible confidence, even when caution is wiser. In 2005, Lakewood spent nearly $100 million converting a former NBA arena into its permanent home. Cafes replaced narrow halls. Children's spaces expanded. Every seat, every sound system, every screen reflected the same principle: spectacle over retreat. Once the arena opened, the church became financially and operationally dependent on those crowds. The building demanded perfection, and hesitation was immediately visible. 3 years later, an invisible flood hit. COVID-19 forced churches nationwide to close. For Lakewood, built around a 16,000-seat arena, the challenge was existential. Streaming replaced live music, Zoom replaced congregational singing. The spectacle, once central to its identity, became invisible. Attendance patterns shifted almost overnight. Long-standing habits broke, and many congregants never returned. Unlike smaller, adaptable churches, Lakewood's identity was inseparable from scale. Media reach could not replicate the intimacy of a live arena. Dependence on spectacle amplified disengagement, exposing the fragility beneath the brand. When Hurricane Harvey struck in 2017, the problem became visible. Doors initially remained closed while neighborhoods flooded. The church later cited safety concerns, but images of empty gates and streets spread online. Social media exploded. Hope could be packaged, but not guaranteed. Subsequent challenges, from internal disputes to security lapses, revealed structural vulnerability. Lakewood could mobilize volunteers and stream messages, but it could not replicate human connection. The brand endured, but the community quietly slipped away. Lakewood's story illustrates a painful truth: size does not equal resilience. Megachurches like Crystal Cathedral, Mars Hill, and Willow Creek faced similar challenges: reliance on scale, spectacle, and a central personality left communities fragile. When trust falters, arenas empty faster than smaller churches ever could. Lakewood's doors remained open, its broadcasts continued, but the energy that once filled the seats dissipated. Attendance dropped. Volunteers stayed home. Longtime congregants watched from screens, distant and disengaged. The real cost was not financial, it was relational. Influence, once unquestioned, became fragile. Faith built on spectacle can endure for a while, but no empire can rely solely on image, momentum, or charisma. Lakewood's story is a warning: when the machine that builds faith outlasts the faith itself, emptiness arrives quietly, one seat at a time. The arena remains polished, but the question lingers in every silent corner: what happens when the spectacle fades, and the community it was meant to serve is gone?